this one.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Press Pass Live, your weekly OMFL podcast show. Thanks for tuning in with me. I am your host, the Commission Nate. My guy Trey is with me. What's up, everybody? Kevin, I see you in the chat. Hope you're doing well on a Monday. Trey, season 107. You're already 2 weeks in. It is here and it is rolling.
Yeah, we're off to a fast and quick pace start after a quick turnaround after 106.
Yeah, one of the quicker turnarounds that we normally have. People love their fast off seasons. I hate them just because there's so much to do. It's very hard to keep up with. I feel like I can never keep up with them all, and I still have stuff that needs to happen. And I gotta. It'll slowly happen. It just is what it is. When we pick fast off seasons, this is sort of the way that it goes. Let's not waste any time. We're gonna dive headfirst deep into it. I'm going to do something different. We always start with the AFC, and then we work our way to where you and I are over in the NFC. I want to start the other way. I want to start NFC. We're going to give all of our predictions. We're going to go division by division, and then we'll just kind of give our predictions of how we think those divisions are going to play out, and then we can give our prediction just kind of surface level. Who do we think will go to the bowl from the NFC? Then we're going to hop over to the AFC. Then we're going to open up the OMFL mailbag, which is already neck deep in questions. Trey, are you ready to do this?
I'm locked in and ready to go.
Let's get over here and let's do it. Bill, Bronco Man, Randy, Kevin, see you, appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Guys, do me a favor. Reach down, hit the like button, helps us out a ton. Let's start with the NFC West, one of the more intriguing divisions, mainly because of what's happened to the bottom end of that division. 49ers, your OMFL champions. They're sitting at 1-0 already. The Seahawks are already sitting at 2-0. But the Cardinals come out in week one and they win 48-19 against the team who was the AFC representative in the OMFL Bowl number 106. So the Cardinals are here. And then Trey, well, he's still rebuilding. He's 0-1 sitting with his Rams. How do you see the NFC West pulling out?
This is going to be one of the more entertaining divisions. Obviously, we talked all last year that Joker was not a fan of Kyler Murray, and it was hindering his game.
Pause.
Boy, did he!
Who is still sitting in free agency? How is that a thing?
Wow, that's especially with the Giants situation.
I didn't want to make you pause and interrupt you, but that is mind blowing to me that Kyler Murray's still out there and not on a 1-year deal somewhere.
Yeah, but he went and got a quarterback in the draft early on, and boy, did he make a statement. He took Kobe and mopped the floor with him with a good defensive game plan, some special teams touchdowns, I believe I saw, and just managed his offense perfectly. Meek went and, handed Kobe his second loss in the season already here in week 2, so another aspect to that. And then obviously D-Money is the defending champion, and unless he's taking a vacation sometime, you can't rule him out.
Nope. The Cardinals and Seahawks make this division so interesting. We've seen the Seahawks do this last year, so there's a little bit of you got to show me. Impressive what you did to Kobe, but I don't know if there's 2 weeks in a row, the NFC West has kind of shown Kobe the door pretty handedly. Is that more telling about Kobe doing some rebuilding over there? New quarterback, new kind of system in a couple of different areas, more so than what is happening in the NFC West. This is still the 49ers division. You have to go 49ers every year until someone starts to prove us wrong time in and time again. Now, I think Joker is definitely going to earn respect. He caught a lot of eyeballs. Now, a lot of people are going to be watching him in week 2, 3, 4. What does he do? How does he build on that? It sort of loses some luster when the Seahawks and Meek goes out there and does the same thing that the Cardinals were able to do. It loses a little bit of luster, but we know that Joker does bring with him a bit of a legacy from the NBC. This is going to be a fun division. I'm pulling for Tim. I'm pulling for the Rams. I want to see him compete. This is way up in the air, and it would not surprise me at all if we see 2 wildcard teams come out of this one. But I got to take the 49ers to win this. Seahawks to come into second, get at least 1 wild card. Cardinals, I do think will get a second wild card, but I got to see a little bit more from them, especially after what the Seahawks did to the Jets in week number 2. Anything else here on the NFC West?
I think tonight's going to be the proving point, as we have the first matchup between the Cardinals and the 49ers this season. So I think that'll determine where this path lies, but I honestly think that the Cardinals will be the second seed just due to the fact that they'll have an easier schedule than Meek and the Seahawks.
Give me an early prediction. What do you think happens in that 49ers-Cardinals game?
Well, my money line, it was, I think, plus 9.5. I think they favored D-Money. I don't think it's going to be that much of a gap. I think D-Money walks out with a win, but I think that Joker's going to keep it close.
It's a scary line to touch. I don't think I'm touching it at all. I just got to see more. I just want to. I believe in the Cardinals. I believe in what Joker's doing. I just need to see it one more time before I go all in. NFC East, you got the Giants at 1-0, only a 10-3 victory. The Giants showing us how to play some defense in the league, whereas our buddy D. Wayne and the Cowboys, 51-41 was his week 1 game against one of his best friends in Black Cats. I'm pretty sure he stayed up all night wondering how he gave up 41 points. I apologize for the cough. I'm still sick. It's been over a month. I'm still battling this thing. Eagles are sitting at 0-1, and the Washington Commanders also sitting at 0-1. NFC East, how do you see this one playing out?
It's D-Money's division to run away with. We know how this works. The other 3 teams need to find their footing. Colin is a good player, but he just never seems to stay through an entire season on a momentum spree or anything. Twinkie's hot and cold when he's playing, and if he's going to be playing to his ability, he's arguably a playoff contender. When he doesn't, he gets annihilated. And that goes also sort of the same as Bird. We saw it in the Madden 22 cycle. He was a contender with a mediocre Commanders team. If he's on, he's on. If he's not, he gets beat 35-16.
Yeah. What are the Giants doing? I have not went and looked at their quarterback situation, but he really invested in the overall talent, but left out that one key position. I don't even know who his quarterback is right now.
I'm on to find that out.
Let's
what
back
did he
out.
do?
Let's go find out. Let's go find out together.
He went and picked up Dak like we thought.
Okay, well, that explains it a little bit. Now, not a super impressive week number 1 with Dak, but he can win with Dak. Anybody can win with Dak. Dak is definitely a good enough, thank you, Kevin, quarterback to win with. I still think I'm impressed by what he did with the draft. I think he had one of the better drafts. He had a lot of pieces that he was able to use. Now, those pieces are going to need to be developed, whereas the Cowboys, they're already sort of developed. He's got Fields, and he put up 51 points. It could be scary if the Dallas Cowboys are coming out and hanging 40, 50 on people every single week. Now, he's got to get some things figured out with that defense. I think this is a division that gives a lot of flexibility for teams to be able to compete. I don't see the Cowboys absolutely running away with it. You can't say that when he gave up 41 points in week 1. Now, I know there's a history of him kind of controlling this division, but we also have a history of Colin being able to compete. We know that Twinkie's always right there. Bird is a player. We've seen him play and win in this league at a very, very high level. This is a fun division, and I hope it doesn't get away from the Eagles or the Commanders early. I hope the Giants can continue to build. Give me the Cowboys to win this one. The problem is, for me, Trey, is that the Giants, Eagles, Commanders, they're going to be battling what we just looked at in the West. I mean, those are some good teams over there, and they're going to be 10, 11, 12 win teams fighting for a wild card spot. It's just going to be tough shedding here in the NFC.
Yeah, it's we talked about it at the end of last year how there seemed to be more AFC teams that were on pace to be double-digit teams and getting eliminated. It's looking like the NFC might have that issue this year.
What's up, Maniac? Good to see you. Kevin says Bird needs to go grab Murray and bench Howell. That's an interesting concept. The problem with Murray, and I think the reason a lot of us have avoided him, is just 90 throwing power. It does limit what you can do on offense. Not that you can't work around it. We've definitely seen guys work around that kind of throwing power, but you're definitely limited on the kind of offense that you want to throw. You have to be a bit more precise, and well, most of us just aren't that precise. Let's talk about the NFC South, my division. Buccaneers sitting at 1-0. Everybody else sitting at 0-1. Falcons, Panthers, Saints, and I meant to say this at the very beginning. I bought Trey some negative, piss poor, bad energy to my stream on week number 1 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The energy in the chat has been down. It's been bad. It's been embarrassing. We're bringing good energy today. Good energy here on Press Pass Live. I'm going to be live tomorrow against the Chargers. We're bringing good energy. We're going to get this thing figured out, and I expect everybody else to bring some good energy. But let's break down the NFC South, because there is definitely some bad juju flying in the NFC South. How do you see this one playing out?
I think Kevin's got this. He's the favorite horse in this 4-horse race. He showed last season, going, I think it was 13-3, that he can contend. He's just got to get past that mental block of the D-Moneys and the D-Wings towards the end of it, because if he can get past that, he's got a very good shot of being the NFC representative in the OMFL Bowl. Maniac and the Falcons showed that they've got a nice solid base to build off of. Week 1 was a very close game, came down to 4 points. That's all it was. Panthers provided a fight beyond fights with the Cowboys. That causes you to always question, if you can figure out that few little pieces to drop those point totals down, can you maybe contend? And then you have your quarterback drawn yet again this season. So it's very interesting to see how that one will play out. But I think definitely Kevin's the favorite to run away with this division.
Yeah, I don't like the energy in the chat from my guy Maniac. The guy loses one game by 4 points and he's tossing the whole season away. But that's just sort of like Maniac. It's a little par for the course. Sorry, I'm reading a text. Sorry, a little bit of an emergency. We may have to close this up pretty quick, or quicker than normal. So we may have to go gadget boots. Looks like my little granddaughter hurt herself. Not terrible, but enough that needs my attention possibly. So, We'll see. We may have to cut it short and come back to this tonight. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what Trey's schedule looks like. Anyway, I think this is definitely the Buccaneers. Okay, cover this division, and then I got to go. Trey, I'll hit you up. I'll see if we can come back tonight and do this again tonight. This is definitely the Buccaneers. I still like the Falcons. He has one of the best, if not the best, top 3 quarterback in this division. He will figure it out. He lost the first game by 4 points. No big deal. I love what the Panthers did. He hung up 41 on one of the better defensive players that we have here. And my Saints, well, they're just a bit of a disaster. I still have a lot to figure out. We're making a big change this week to test some things out, and we'll see how it's going to be. Guys, I hate to do this, but I got to go check on this grandbaby, and hopefully it's not nearly as bad as this text message is saying it's bad. So let me go take care of this. Trey, thanks for being patient. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I will come back tonight because I will have plenty of time tonight to do this. So we'll come back tonight, and I'll see you. Peace.